Good Friday afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist James Parish coming to you live from the Dick Goddard Weather Center, and we're going to see a little taste of spring this afternoon. The only downfall about the weather today will be some gusty southwest winds, but it will be those gusty southwest winds that will drive temperatures to near 50 degrees this afternoon. Then a cold front will come through this evening. It's going to bring in some scattered rain showers and a blast of cold air. So it looks like the first weekend of March is not going to be nearly as warm as the last day of February. A wind advisory will remain in effect for the western half of northeast Ohio through 7 o'clock this evening. This wind advisory pretty much includes everyone along and west of 71, and this is where we're likely going to have the strongest wind gusts this afternoon. Between now and let's say 5 o'clock this evening, that's when we will have sustained south to southwest winds, 20 to 30 miles per hour, and within the advisory we could have wind gusts as high as 50 miles per hour. Now, once wind gusts get above 45 miles per hour, there is the potential that the winds could be strong enough to blow away unsecured objects in your yard like trash cans or any type of lawn decorations that you have out. The winds that strong could also do some minor tree damage and even cause a few power outages. Now, for instance, Summit, Portage, Stark, and most places along and east of 77 are not included in this wind advisory. Well, it's still going to be windy across all of northeast Ohio. It's just that for the eastern half of the area, it's not going to be quite as windy. So for places along and east of 77, that's where maybe wind gusts could be as high as 40 miles per hour this afternoon. Now, out there right now, the wind is already howling across some parts of northeast Ohio. We have those sustained south to southwest winds at around 15 to 25 miles per hour, and at times we could see the sustained wind above 25 miles per hour this afternoon. The current wind gust in Cleveland is 30 miles per hour, Akron, Canton 31, Mansfield already with wind gusts approaching 40 miles per hour. Then with Ashtabula, that's not technically included in that wind advisory, the wind gust isn't quite as strong at 23 miles per hour. So here's the very latest hour-by-hour forecast with wind and wind gust. You see the direction on the far left, the wind speed in the middle, then the gust on the right. So by 4 o'clock this afternoon, for places along and west of 71, that's where once again wind gusts could top 40 miles per hour this afternoon. While for our far eastern communities, still expecting some gusty conditions, but wind gusts are likely between that 35 to maybe 40 mile per hour range. Once the sun goes down this evening, we lose that daytime heating and we lose that mixing, the wind will not be as strong. So the wind will start to weaken shortly after 6 o'clock this evening. So by 8 o'clock this evening, it's still going to be breezy across northeast Ohio, but wind gusts are still likely going to remain above 30 miles per hour through this evening and even overnight tonight. So we are talking about breezy conditions through at least first thing Saturday morning and probably even beyond. But once again, it is that strong southwest wind that's bringing some warmer air into northeast Ohio. It is just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and temperatures are already well above our normal high for this time of year. Cleveland's at 47, Akron, Canton's at 45, New Philadelphia's at 47, 43 in Youngstown, 43 in Ashtabula, and look at some places closer to I-75. Toledo, Defiance, and Findlay are all sitting at 50 degrees this afternoon. So temperatures for places along and west of 71 will likely be a little bit warmer than for places along and east of 77. But regardless, temperatures across northeast Ohio this afternoon will top out on either side of 50 degrees, which is about 5 to 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. We do see a mixture of sun and clouds across northeast Ohio right now, but we're not seeing any rain or snow. And we're probably going to stay dry through at least 6 or 7 o'clock this evening. But after that, a cold front will move through, and that's when we could be tracking some scattered rain showers. So the later that you're going to be out this evening, if you are going out to dinner, or if you do have Friday evening plans, the more likely it is that you are going to need the rain gear with you. So we do have a pretty potent clipper system that's going to continue to dive to the southeast across the Great Lakes today. That's what's going to bring in the chance for some rain showers this evening and a blast of colder air, because this clipper system will throw a couple cold fronts our direction. So we do expect some scattered rain showers will develop this evening, and then we're going to see some much colder air moving behind these fronts. So overnight tonight we will start to turn much colder. All right, so here's the very latest hour-by-hour forecast with FeatureCast. By 4 o'clock this afternoon, Clouds will likely be increasing across the area, and we're going to be dry though despite the clouds thickening up and more clouds moving into the area. By 8 o'clock this evening, we'll start to see some scattered light rain showers develop, and these rain showers will push from northwest to southeast across the area. I do believe places along and east of 71 will have a higher chance of rain than for places west of 71 this evening. So do keep that in mind. Probably by midnight tonight, that chance of rain will be tapering off, but this is when that much colder air will start to move into the area. And that colder air moving over Lake Erie is going to trigger perhaps a few light lake effect snow showers. Now, what's going to keep the potential for lake effect snow showers down is the fact that the air is going to be very dry and the high coverage of ice on Lake Erie. So yes, there's still the potential for some light lake effect snow. We're just not expecting that this is going to be an impactful snow because we're not going to see much in the way of travel impacts or accumulations across northeast Ohio. But the potential for a few light lake effect snow showers will continue throughout the day on Saturday, and maybe some snow flurries will be possible as late as first thing Sunday morning, but I'm not expecting much snow on Sunday. If anything, we should see a fair amount of sunshine. So here's my snowfall forecast for tonight throughout the day on Saturday. You can see much of northeast Ohio, probably not even going to see a coating of snow, but there is the potential that some parts of the primary snow belt could see maybe a little bit more than a coating of snow by the end of Saturday. But once again, we're not really expecting much in the way of snowfall or any travel impacts. So for today, it will be mild and windy with a high of 50 degrees. Southwest winds sustained at 15 to 25 miles per hour, but wind gusts, especially within the advisory or for places west of 71, could be as high as 50 miles per hour. Tonight's still going to be breezy, and that cold and much colder air will move in behind that west to northwest wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Wind gusts could still top 30 miles per hour. There will be the potential for some snow showers to develop after those rain showers taper off around midnight. Now for tomorrow, it is going to be a much colder day, and in fact the high temperature for tomorrow will likely be recorded around midnight tonight. So temperatures tomorrow morning may be in the mid to upper 20s, and that's going to be the warmest part of the day. By the afternoon, temperatures will be in the low to middle 20s, but because of some gusty northwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, wind chills will only be near 10 degrees. So tomorrow is the first day of March, and it is the start of the meteorological spring, but it's not going to be very spring-like outside tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to feel and look a lot more like winter, so if you do have outdoor plans tomorrow afternoon, make sure to bundle up. Not talking about dangerously cold conditions, but tomorrow is definitely going to be one of those bitterly cold March days. Here's your 8-day forecast. So temperatures will be in the 20s on Saturday and Sunday. That cold snap will not last very long. By Monday, we are back up to near 40 degrees, and it does look like Monday could wind up being one of the nicer days next week. Not because it's going to be the warmest day, but because it's going to be the day with the most amount of sunshine. By Tuesday, we will be back up in the mid to upper 40s, if not near 50 degrees. We will be tracking some wet weather, mainly late in the day. Then we're going to have to keep a close eye on Wednesday of next week. That's when a pretty strong storm system is going to impact the region. That storm system will bring in some widespread wet weather and even the potential for some storms. So Wednesday will definitely be a day to watch. As that storm system wraps up on Thursday, we will be tracking some cooler air, and we could also be tracking some snow next Thursday as well. Highs next Thursday and Friday will be in the mid to upper 30s. So that's your latest 8-day forecast. Remember, this afternoon is going to be a little bit of a taste of spring. The only downfall about the weather will be the wind. We do expect wind gusts will likely range for much of northeast Ohio, anywhere between 40 and 50 miles per hour. All of the very latest on the wind this afternoon, the timing of the rain, and that cold blast of air this weekend coming up at 4, and then Dante will have you covered at 5, 6, and 7 o'clock this evening. And don't forget, you can always get the very latest forecast at fox8.com. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a great weekend.